Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Balia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the era of AFM. Okay, everyone, we have done a lot of topics already. So, what are we going to talk about today? Uh, we are at unit number 10 of this particular module A. That means just the last chapter is left regarding the module A. Rest everything is already done. Plus point, if you are going through the classes every single day, then you must have seen that most of the topics are already done by you in terms of module A. And in this case, just save the entire playlist so that you have the revision in a systematic manner when you will be having your examination. So that's the basic idea behind coming up with these kind of series, that you get to know what exactly you are dealing with and you have some solid level study material which will help you to study on the last day, because what everybody struggles is what to do on the last day of the examination. What are those things which we need to go through when the examination is approaching? You know, those basic things has to be matlab already decided. That's what one particular thing that I strongly believe in. Okay, now let's move on and talk about that specific topic. But before we proceed further, I hope you have reviewed our courses yet. If you haven't, then you must, because the sale is going on. It is there for a very limited period. It would be ending soon. So it's way better that you go ahead with it at the perfect time. The details regarding the same I'll be discussing by the end of the session. If you like this particular session, then go ahead and on the thumbs up and click on the area of subscribe channel as well, so that you get all the important information regarding the examination. Along with this, when we are talking about this examination, then this is for the May 2024 attempt and afterwards. So if you find this useful, then stay tuned and be there with me every evening. Okay? So let's continue, everyone. Uh, the questions that we're going to deal with are related to their of back office functions or handling unreconciled entries in the banks. Acha, what do you mean by back office? Well, there's a front office and there's a back office. Now, the back office deals with what exactly? The back office is dealing with the entire area of it is actually dealing with the entire working in such a way that it is related to the area of admin work, all the things related to the reconciliation of all the entries, and then where they're taking care of the uh, working related to the treasury management. All those things are covered in the back office functions, huh? So we are going to look at different types of accounts, what is happening in those accounts. Tracking of all those things is really important because front office is always involved in dealing with the customers, right? So let's quickly move on and talk about the various questions related to this particular topic. Okay, here comes the first question. What is the primary responsibility of the back office in bookkeeping? Is it sales and servicing? Is it transaction processing and general ledger maintenance? Then marketing strategies or front office reconciliation? What do they do, everyone? When we're talking about what is the primary responsibility of the back office, their primary responsibility is to track the processing, and they also go through the general ledger maintenance. This is what they maintain. Matlab, they are looking at the back end entire working, whatever is happening with the transactions, and they are also looking at the general ledger maintenance. Okay. What is the back office responsible for in deposit related functions? Loan originations, then internet banking transactions, calculation and posting of interest, or credit risk management. Okay, so we're talking about the sorry, the back office in terms of deposit related. They are looking at calculation and posting of interest. How are they looking at it? For example, if you look at the FDs, RDs, है ना, so they calculate the interest. It is always done by the core banking solution. CBS goes through that, and then it takes care of the entire working further. So the answer is calculation and posting of interest. Okay. Now, which of the following is a part of the back office role in loans, internet banking, loan origination, credit card issuance, or front office sales. Which basically work front office sales is out because that is a work of the front office. So we can keep it out of this window. You know? Then what does it take care of it? In terms of loans, the issuance of the loans, their agreement, their entire hypothecation process and everything is taken care from this particular area or back office itself. So they are taking care of the loan origination. Okay? So the answer is loan origination. Now, what is the key responsibility of the back office in regulatory compliance? Marketing strategies, identifying KYC gaps, or loan origination or front office the reconciliation. Acha, front office reconciliation, as we already know, this is not their part. But what are they looking at? In terms of regulatory compliance, what do they do? See, someone is taking a loan. They have deposited their papers through it to them. Now, if I have deposited my papers, and they will have to review it, na? Ki what is happening in those things? What are we going to do about it, right? So, regulatory compliance, it is to the area of the documents which I'm submitting, are they true or not? The authorization of the same. So, all those important things are to be taken care of. So, what is the key responsibility of the back office? The key responsibility is to find out the know your customer gaps. Know your customer gaps are really important because if the KYC is not done, I think at this point of time, as a customer, I've always seen that the once the KYC is not done, your accounts are not going to work smoothly. One or the other problem will arise while going through the internet transactions or even through apps. So basically, for that you need your KYC done, right? So the regulatory compliance in terms of the KYC is the responsibility of the back office, right? Okay. Now, here comes the next question, everyone. What is the primary concern addressed by reconciliation in electronic payment transactions involving intermediaries? Delay in customer payments, ensuring timely adjustment of reconciliation entries, centralized monitoring of ATM or currency exchange rates. What is the primary concern? One of the most important concerns related to the area of electronic payment. Okay, what happens is if I've just made an IMPS, in IMPS, the payment has to be reflected. Na? In IMPS, it has to be shown right away, right? So if this thing is going to happen, then we need to ensure timely adjustment of the reconciliation entries because the person is going to, but now every person wants to know their real time balance. What is the balance that we are having right now? And how do we deal with that balance? So basically we need that clarity now. That comes with point number B. This is the part of the back office. They're sitting at the back office and they're making sure whatever entries are being done, the reconciliation of the same is done, so that each and every intermediary is going to make sure that when there are multiple parties involved now, the back end will always make sure that there is no gap between transactions and what is being shown there. So it has to be shown in real time in the accurate thing. So that is ensuring the timely adjustment of the reconciliation. Okay? So that is ensuring timely adjustments of reconciliation entries. Now, what is the fundamental purpose of reconciling entries with correspondent banks? Monitoring ATM balance, agreement of traders' overnight positions, timely adjustment of reconciliation or reconciliation of nostro accounts. What is the area where we are talking about? They're working with correspondent banks. When we are looking forward to other banks as well, then there is reconciliation of nostro accounts. Okay? So in this case, the correct answer is actually D, reconciliation of nostro accounts. Okay. Now comes the next point. Why do the banks engage in reconciliation with RBI and other institutions? Banks need to do this because what happens is if there is any kind of error or gap between the information that we are looking forward to and what the other party is having, then frauds are very easy. I think this the truth regarding the cyber threats which had been hitting up the market, they are there because sometimes the real time information gets affected, and before anybody can grab the exact information for this particular period of time, the time is gone. So that's one of the bad things that happen. So why do banks engage in reconciliation? They will do it for to centralize the monitoring of ATMs. You don't work with other institutions for ATMs, right? You There are certain ways of regulating your own RBI, your ATM system. So reconcile entries for margin calls and futures trading. That is a very specified sector. Then, to ensure safe and orderly conduct of electronic payment, that can be done, or to reconcile intra-bank transactions. If I look at intra-branch, that is also there, but I would say they engage for RBI and another institutions reconciliation just to find out कि ठीक है ना, because when we are doing the electronic payment, we would like to know if my information is this, is the other party also having the same information or not. So basically, it is very important to ensure the safe and orderly conduct of electronic payment. Okay, so to ensure safe and orderly conduct of electronic payment transactions. Now, what is the key challenge in reconciliation of intra-branch entries? When we are having intra means within the branch entries are going on and subsystems are also existing. Then currency exchange rates, delay in customer payments, centralized monitoring of ATM balance for ensuring accuracy and consistency in records. Inter means between two, and when we talk about intra means within the specific branch. So the currency rate issue is basically there only in forex, you know. Then delay in customer payments that can affect you, but this is not something which I can say this is intra branch or subsystem there. Centralized monitoring of ATM, it is all centralized. That means everything is basically updated as soon as it happened. Then this particular thing ensures accuracy and consistency in records. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be ensuring accuracy and consistency of records. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Now comes the next part, everyone. Why has a reconciliation of inter-branch entries remained a concern? Why inter-branch means when we are having two specific branches. For example, we have branch A and we have branch B. Now, why has the entire process of inter-branch entries remained a concern despite the advent of computers or currency exchange? Okay, audible now? So in this case, what are we talking about? Why has reconciliation of inter-branch entries remained a concern for the banks? See, inter-branch means we are having two separate branches of same bank, right? So the branches have to be synchronized in such a way that the information, for example, my home branch is somewhere else and I am taking out money from the bank but from a different branch, you know. When we are doing such a thing, then why has this reconciliation remained a concern? Why is it such a big concern? Due to customer repayment delay, that's not a problem there. Then despite the advent of computers are there, but the gaps have also, the fear of having gaps has also increased as well, because sometimes there had been cyber frauds where the entire banking has been hit by it, right? Currency fluctuations are limited only to the forex areas, while the last point is centralized monitoring of ATMs. When we talk about centralized monitoring, what do we cover in this? Under centralized monitoring, we are saying that all the ATMs of that same bank will be synchronized in such a way, if I take money out from the branch A and I have my account in branch B, the entire information is given to them immediately. So in the entire banking system, in that entire bank, wherever I've tried to find out things, my entire information is completely updated without any hustle bustle. ठीक है. So basically you are just making sure that if we are looking at any branch na, everything is in a centralized format. Right? Done everyone? Chaliye then, let's move on and talk about the next question. In this case, the correct answer is uh, despite the advent of nahi, I think I might have to rephrase this question. Okay, we'll be rephrasing this question. There's some issue in this question then. Now, look at this question, everyone. What is the primary responsibility of the banks in reconciling with third party vendors in ATM operations? Monitoring currency exchange rates, timely adjustment of reconciliation entries, centralized monitoring of ATM, or ensuring accurate loading of funds in ATMs. What is the primary responsibility, everyone? Basically, na, when we are looking forward towards third party vendors in ATM operations, we have to go for it sometimes. Why do we have to make sure? Because we need to ensure that accurate loading of funds in ATMs is possible, right? So, just to maintain that accuracy, we have to reconcile with the third party vendors with whom we are working. You know? So, in this case, the correct answer is going to be ensuring accurate loading of funds. Now, what does the term nostro account signify in banking? Customer's personal account, overseas branch account with bank, or centralized monitoring account, or special savings account? What does the term nostro account would talk about? Nostro account says that overseas branch account with the bank. Matlab there is some other branch which is there outside India and they have an account with our bank. So basically overseas branch account with the bank is called nostro account. Okay, the answer is B, overseas branch account with the bank. Why do unmatched items in reconciliation of nostro account represent? What do they represent? Successfully reconciled entries, items that need further investigation, cash transactions requiring adjustments, or revenue items with clear write-offs. What do unmatched items in reconciliation of nostro represent? When we have any unmatched transactions, that simply means we need to have the items that need further investigation. If there is anything which is unmatched, that has to go through investigation. Without it, it is not possible to find out the problem and eradicate the same from our business. Right? So, items that need further investigation. Then everyone, now comes the next question. Which branches typically reconcile balances with RBI? All the branches of the bank? Only branches with currency chest? Only select branches with RBI accounts or centralized monitoring branches? What would be the answer, everyone? Which branch typically reconcile with RBI? All the branches? Or only branches with currency banks or currency chest, or only branches with RBI accounts, uh, or centralized monitoring. Okay, where anybody who has a transaction with RBI will be saying ki, yes, I sent RBI 10,000 rupees, and even RBI will say yes, I received 10,000 rupees from this era. So technically where you have a transaction with RBI, only then it has to be only select branches with RBI accounts. Okay, so only select that specific branch in terms of reconciliation which has an account with RBI. Done everyone? Okay, so that's it for the day everyone. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe to our channel now. And for the same, you can download our app as well. In the app you will find, if you're looking forward to any of our courses, then it will give you another 1% discount, everyone. So this 1% discount is available only, an additional 1% discount is available only if you are having our app. Okay. Now, if you are thinking to take up any of our courses specifically regarding the JIB, then you can take up the JIB Mahapack 2.0, the JIB Mahapack 2.0, which is for 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. And there it is for 600 hours, then it is available for 276. Test series is there, and then ebooks as well as videos. All these things are there. In the JIB Mahapack, you get English medium classes, bilingual classes, test series, or any other revision batches that we are adding during this specific period, everyone. So that these all things are available for you. Rest, what I can say is, you can use the code Y541 and you will get a discount of 81% here. So 5999, it is available if you are using it for the point of you are purchasing it as early as possible. The offer is definitely there only for a limited period. So what you can do is go ahead and use the code by 541 and get 81% discount. And this is the maximum discount which is available, and this is the perfect time then, because you get the maximum discounts with good amount of validity period. And we'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time at 7:30 p.m. everyone. Thank you so much for being there.